This is Ken Pyle with VOD TV. We're at the ACA Summit. We're at the exhibit floor, and we ran into Susan Daniel, cable operator who was there in the beginning when ACA started. If you can tell us some of the challenges you faced then as a young couple with a couple of kids and a small cable system, tell us about the challenges of that your ACA members and you faced.
Well, at the time, it was really all around the 1992 Cable Act and the rate regulation that was hitting us. But a lot of the changes really aren't that different now than they were then. It was harder with small kids, but we're still dealing with the issues of the costs of rolling out new products on really small rural systems and regulations and dealing with the various government entities, and so it's looking back, things have changed a lot in 20 years and kind of what we're doing in the products, but some of the issues and some of the things we're talking about on the Hill this week are the same. We're still talking about 1992 Cable Act and retransmission consent.
And one of the things that makes you unique, your situation unique, is you're actually in the sixth largest population area, but you're in a very rural part in California, in Marin County, and rarity these days to have an independent cable operator. How does it feel being out there alone?
Well, I don't know. It's a wonderful area. It's a beautiful area, but it is very different, and a lot of people don't believe, actually, that how can you be from California and how can you be from the San Francisco Bay Area and really have small rural systems. And in fact, way back when, 20 years ago, we went to an early meeting at the FCC, and one of the commissioners said exactly the same thing. Yeah. I do not believe those systems exist, and he was out 2 weeks later for some kind of conference, and we drove him around in our station wagon to look at our systems and show them just how rural they were and how separated they were from kind of the more metropolitan San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, and as a crow flies, it's not that far, but as a fiber flies, if it's not there, you have nothing, right?
That's exactly it.
And there's no over-the-air where you are because you've got mountains and stuff between you and
that's right. That's how the cable got started there, it was bringing those off-air signals out to those homes so they could see the local broadcast channels.
So it sounds like you still have challenges today that ACA is addressing. If there was one thing you could do away with, what would that be or change?
Well, it would be exactly what everybody's talking about here. It would be dealing with the retransmission consent rules that are just don't apply to the marketplace any longer, and the sports programming, something needs to be done with that, the programming costs, and just keeping in mind the regulatory burdens of, they're well intended in most cases, but the cost and the burden for the small operators is so much greater that it's just something that we need to keep making everybody aware. And
yeah, we've heard that a couple times where operators are actually shutting down some of their systems, right, because of some of the costs. Like that.
Yeah, the cost. I mean, it's the capital costs, and then some of the regulations and just the paperwork and the things you have to comply with. You just can't do it.
And the other aspect that probably 20 years ago you didn't envision, or the regulators didn't, was the rise of broadband. And you guys are a broadband provider, right?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we were actually the first high-speed internet provider in Marin County.
Is that right? And you're probably one of the dominant ones for your service territory, right?
Yeah, for our area. Uh-huh.
And wireless isn't an option really where you are, right?
There's a little bit of wireless. Yeah. We have complete competition now from phone company too. We didn't in the beginning, but it's a very competitive marketplace now, even in our little rural pockets. So.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you up there someday, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, take care.